are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Tampa. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Fights through, and now a crease. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. 56 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. In his own end zone, it's Allen. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game.
A touchdown, Tampa Bay! So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 33, 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point put through by Succa, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point up and good by Succa, and it's now 21-7. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Throwing after the interception, Fields. Buying time to his left. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try the right side with Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Dancing to his left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Josh Allen from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Suck up for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Fields forced out to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross, 58 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big play there out of the running game.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. Being chased out left. It's complete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off inside the 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Buccaneers 34, Bears 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A big play there on the catch and run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Steps away to his left. And he coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Buccaneers 41, Bears 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Fields on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from...
And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Fields on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Again, it's McCoy. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, here we go on 4th down. Fields
to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
Taken at the goal line. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return. So he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
A nice little juke. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Here's Allen. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's McCoy. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll go with McCoy, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Allen. He gets this to Coulter complete. And he's brought down. They took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield.
Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears.